Is doing an MBA really worth it?
1 करोड़ रुपए का पैकेज तो वो कभी नहीं दे सकते. I can bet on it.
The fees you have paid, it's not worth it.
6 लाख रुपए मैंने पेपर पे लगाए हैं ना, अगर आज भी मुझे कोई कहे तो मैं उसको आग लगा दूं.
MBA really worth it in 2025?
To understand this better, we spoke to real people
So my name is Ujjwal.
So I'm Henna.
I'm Shivani. Pastha.
My name is Vibhor.
who actually completed an MBA and what happened a few years after. We also looked at the data to answer all of these questions. And I was amazed. You know, the MBA is the most sought after master's degree, not only in India, but in America as well. Like in India, we have 3 lakh people applying for the common admission test.
I was actually doing very mediocre jobs during my graduation. तो मुझे लगा था कि मुझे यही 7-8 हज़ार 10 हज़ार रुपए की नौकरी करनी पड़ेगी. तो ये एक मेंटालिटी लेके मैंने right after my BCom I enrolled in MBA.
The major reason why people get into MBAs is कि जॉब चाहिए बाद में.
पर मेरी मम्मी का था नहीं MBA करना है एक टैग. उन्हें था डिग्री.
Just like Vibhor and Ujjwal and Astha, they actually want a better salary package. According to this IIT Roorkee study, this is why people want to do it. And out of the 3 lakh people, only 5,000 will actually get into the top institute. And I'm referring to an IIM over here. The MBA craze is not unique. Every single industry goes through an expansion and a contraction, and MBA is going through exactly the same thing. We had the craze of the BA degree, yes, Bachelor of Arts. Over here, we can see that about 50 lakh people were enrolled in a BA in 1990 to 91. But in 2020 to 2021, it was 4 crores because people thought this is the basic degree you need to get into a government job or any job. So everyone took the BA degree. The same thing happened with engineering, we saw it with pilots, we see it in small industries, we saw it with product managers, we see it time and time again. But the difference is that MBA comes with a hefty price.
Fees that I paid, I think it was 24 lakhs if I'm not wrong, and then major part of the batch will take a loan. So did I.
But wait, it's not just IIMs that can charge a hefty amount. It's other private colleges too.
When I picked up the institute and the fees was 12 lakh something. That time. 2009.
फिर पता चला कितनी फीस है एक सेमेस्टर की 3.5 lakhs. तो 4 सेमेस्टर हो गए और आना जाना तो 15 lakhs.
क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ की फीस चारों सेमेस्टर की मिला के 6.5 लाख रुपीस है.
But while you're doing this, there are other costs as well.
Your travel cost, your hostel fees, your food, everything.
हॉस्टल फीस 1.5 लाख रुपए है. एसी का नॉन एसी का वो मुझे सामने से बता रहे थे. तो इनडायरेक्टली वो ये पूछ रहे थे कि आप ये कर पाओगे या नहीं कर पाओगे.
You have your general expenses that you will do around the month. So when you take a loan, you basically take a loan for 30 or 32 lakhs.
And usually, you will look at how much you can earn by looking at a placement report and figure out the ROI. But there are 2 invisible costs you're probably not thinking about. The first one is the interest cost. This is the most simplest to understand. If you're taking a loan of 20 lakh rupees, over a period of 7 to 8 years, you'll probably end up paying 28 to 30 lakh rupees. The second cost is the opportunity cost. Now, this one creates a little bit of anxiety. If you are doing an MBA for 2 years and you're not earning, and let's say your salary before the MBA was say 7 lakh rupees, you have lost 7 plus 7, 14 lakh rupees, and maybe an appraisal of 10% somewhere in between in these 2 years in exchange to earn that MBA. But of course, you're paying such a hefty amount, you'll get some value out of it, right? Maybe in the form of placements and how much your first salary can be after you're out of the college.
I got placed into RP Sanjeev Goenka group. I got a stipend of, not sure, but about 1.3 or 1.4 lakh per month. So that was the stipend that. But if I have to think about averages, that would range around 1 lakh, 80,000 to 1 lakh. So I'm assuming that would have been risen to about 1.3 to 1.5 lakhs right now as an average. The job offer I got from college was about 21 LPA. So yeah, I think you can expect about that range in terms of salary packages. Highest would range up to 70-80 lakhs. Lowest would be about 12 12-13 LPA is what I would think about.
Okay, so it seems like the ROI with top colleges seems to be good. But what about the other colleges, the not so famous ones, the new ones, the private ones, the ones you probably haven't heard of but still charge lakhs of rupees?
यहाँ पे आने के बाद प्लेसमेंट आप अपने दिमाग से 95% भूल जाओ।
कुछ लोगों को प्लेसमेंट मिल भी गई, बट उनके साथ फिर क्या स्कैम हुआ कि बाद में सिलेक्ट हो गए सब, बाद में उनको ऑफर भी रिलीज हो गया, ज्वाइनिंग डेट ही नहीं आई है अभी तक।
They highlight that we give 100% placement. And what do you mean by 100% placement? Maybe somebody is getting placed on 4 lakh or 5 lakh package. That is nothing. You know, the fees you have paid, it's not worth it.
और मेरे पूरे बैच में एक लड़की का प्लेसमेंट हुआ, एंड उसका भी हुआ आफ्टर पेइंग अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। द सैलरी वॉज 35,000 रुपीज़ बैक इन 2016। और जिस दिन ये नहीं हुआ और मैं अपना सामान पैक करके अपने होम टाउन जा रहा था ना, उस दिन मुझे रियलाइज़ हुआ कि ये जो 6 लाख रुपए मैंने एक पेपर पे लगाए हैं ना, अगर आज भी मुझे कोई कहे तो मैं उसको आग लगा दूँ।
There are so many mid-tier and low-tier colleges in the country कि MBA के नाम पे they sell you a dream.
मार्केटिंग बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है उनकी, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग मार्केटिंग है। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो टॉप क्लास का दिया हुआ है उन्होंने अंदर का। लाइब्रेरी तो ऐसी लगती है कि 5 स्टार होटल है। उनके लिए अगर उनके पेरेंट्स आए, उन्होंने देखा अरे वाह इतना बड़ा कॉलेज है, इतना अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, पढ़ाई तो बहुत अच्छी होती होगी, प्लेसमेंट तो मेरा बेटा तो 12 लाख 15 लाख पे पहुंच जाएगा। कुछ नहीं है, मिथ।
I don't think that most institutes provide the value that they charge for. Even now, when someone asks me recommendations for an MBA college, I highly recommend that don't pursue an MBA if you're not getting into the top 20 colleges in the country. After that, it's like, for lack of a better word, garbage like.
Now, your impressions of what the placements are may be different, but the fact is, if you have an MBA tag from a top-tier college, recruiters do notice. I know in office when we are looking to hire someone and someone has a tag of IIM or XLRI, etc., we take a little more effort to read who they are, what they've done, and I've also noticed their communication skills are better than a lot of other people. It is a good filter, there is no doubt about it.
The curriculum is so smartly designed that you will learn so many things while playing. As in, there will be a lot of competitions or a lot of activities designed for people to innate leadership skills, to get in a group, how to work in a group. So these things will be taught with curriculum and not just by theory.
नाउ कट टू यू एंटर द MBA इंस्टीट्यूट। यहाँ पे सिर्फ आपको बोलना ही बोलना है, नहीं बोल रहे आप, अगर ज़्यादा नज़र नहीं आ रहे, यू विल बी लॉस्ट इन यू नो ऑल द पूल ऑफ दोज पीपल जो हर जगह लाइक ऑल ओवर इंडिया हर जगह से आ रहे हैं, इवन इंटरनेशनल। तो आपको खुद की जगह तो आपको बनानी पड़ेगी।
But it's not just the interpersonal skills you develop during MBA. I mean, it's also about the connects with the strong alumni network. I mean, it gives you access to valuable relationships and opportunities, and that probably does shape your career, doesn't it?
I could visit anywhere right now in India. We have a group of all IIM Calcutta alumni. I can ask around anything to anyone. Lucknow gaya tha. I had a problem. My parents were in Lucknow. I needed a doctor to be searched for. I posted in that group, is there someone who I can get in touch with? Quickly got 2 messages about doctors in Lucknow who they could consult on. How can you put in value to that? A friend of mine used to say this a lot, that actually मैंने 30 लाख रुपए इस WhatsApp ग्रुप के दिए हैं, and it is very very true. It is for the network than it is for the salary packages. I won't say skills.
मुझे लगता है कि एक प्रोफेसर जो मेरी बिजनेस कम्युनिकेशंस की प्रोफेसर थी, उन्होंने शायद मेरी लाइफ में एक बहुत अच्छा वैल्यू ऐड किया ड्यूरिंग माय MBA। उन्होंने, मैं जब आया था यहाँ पे तो मेरे अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं था लोगों से बात करने का, मेरी इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन वाज नॉट दैट गुड। उनकी वजह से शायद मेरे अंदर कुछ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट आया, उन्होंने बहुत कुछ सिखाया मुझे, क्योंकि उनकी, और आयरनी इसकी, उनकी क्लास में बच्चे कम थे और उन्होंने इतनी मेहनत करी हमारे ऊपर, हमारी पर्सनालिटी को डेवलप करने में, हमारी कॉन्फिडेंस को बूस्ट करने में। शायद उस रीजंस की वजह से आज 8 साल हो गए हैं और आज मैं जहाँ पे हूँ, मैं सिर्फ शायद उस स्किल्स जो उन्होंने मुझे सिखाई उसकी वजह से हूँ, और जो मैंने अपने आप को डेवलप किया, अपने आप को बाहर से सीखा। शायद जो पैसा मैंने MBA में दिया था ना, वो पैसा अगर मैं किसी और कोर्स में लगाता तो आज शायद मेरे अंदर और भी कुछ ऐसी स्किल्स होती जिसमें MBA की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती।
So the big question remains,
Is MBA really worth it?
in today's time?
टिल डेट it does give credibility. It gives an edge to other profiles, but provided it's done from a good institute.
The network or the kind of exposure that you're talking about that you'll get in those places will be very good.
I think skill set पे काम करना, practical knowledge पे काम करना, that is more beneficial.
आज की डेट में कंपनीज यार आपके स्किल्स को, आपके एक्सपीरियंस को ज़्यादा वैल्यू करती है rather than आपकी डिग्री.
So it comes down to two things. First, do you really have some skill that you can polish and become really valuable in the world? Because it seems like the world is moving from degree-based recognition to skill-based recognition. Second, do you think that the MBA will make you special? This is a really important question.
Just going there does not give you any skills. You can be there, do nothing for 2 years and still come out and you will be a graduate of ABC college.
अगर MBA करना ही है तो इस रीज़न से मत करना कि आपको MBA करने के बाद आपको नौकरी करनी है. अगर MBA करना है तो उसमें कुछ ऐसे पॉइंट्स हैं जो सिखाते हैं, वो उन्हें आप अपने बिजनेस, अगर आप बिजनेस करो उस चीज़ में आपको वो ज़्यादा वैल्यू ऐड करेगा. अगर मुझे मौका मिल जाए एक बार वो 22 साल के उज्ज्वल से बात करने का, तो मैं उसे शायद यही समझाऊंगा कि देखो अभी देयर इज़ नो चांस कि आफ्टर डूइंग योर MBA यू विल गेट अ गुड जॉब.
So if you think you are learning something every week, you have an edge, and the MBA just adds to it, then maybe you should do the MBA. But if you think the only thing in your life defining your career is the MBA, probably it won't really help.
जो 3 Idiots में how the movie has actually been framed is very, very correct. Run after excellence, exposure, learning, and ultimately success or packages will get to you.